fellow dadpreneurs, Adam Dukes here, and in this video it's going to be an interview that I did with legendary marketers Dave Sharpe. He's the CEO of Legendary Marketer, and if you're not familiar with Dave, he's done over $250 million in online sales. The guy, he's forgot more about making money online than most people know about it, so I was honored when they reached out about 3 weeks ago to set up this interview. Now, it was at 7 o'clock in the morning, Vegas Standard Time. He's based in Florida, and my face looks like it was 7 o'clock in the morning. That's early for me. I'm typically waking up about that time, so it was very, very early for me. I'm going to have much longer hair. I went to the barber today. She cut a little bit too much off the top. Anyways, Dave and I talk about a lot of things. I share bits of my story of how I got started, my gateway drug into entrepreneurship. It's kind of an interesting story. And then also I talk about something else that Dave and I both agreed is probably the most important piece of the online puzzle. However, it's not talked about that much. It's not sexy. It's not flashy. I talk about it a lot on this YouTube channel. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it is very, very important. And then another part we talked about towards the end, I shared this mindset hack that I developed a couple years ago. If you're struggling with putting out content online, or maybe you want to put out more content online, I think if you adopt this mindset, it'll really help you do just that. It's kind of a little trick that I play on myself, and it's worked very, very well. It's allowed me, like I put out 2 YouTube videos each and every week. I put out 2 TikToks each and every day, and a lot of it's because of this mindset. And this interview was done on Facebook Live, so there was there's quite a few people on it, commenting on it as well, and a lot of that, the little mindset hack that I shared resonated with a lot of people, and people really, really enjoyed it. So I think you'll find a lot of value on that. And then, like I said, the other topic that I talked about, the unsexy part, but crucially important. In fact, it was so important, Dave invited me back to do a private training to his customers only on this very topic, because he learns how important it is, and not many people talk about it. So without further ado, here is the interview with myself and with Dave Sharpe of Legendary Marketer.
Hey, what's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe, and welcome to Wake Up Legendary. Look, I've got an amazing and exciting guest that I'm thrilled to talk to, because I've actually been following this guy online, looking at what he's been doing, paying attention to his sort of ascension, his rise. He's another dude who's rising up like the Phoenix, man. And it's incredible to watch. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about TikTok today, and sort of what he's been able to accomplish. So with that being said, I'm going to have a seat and sit back and prepare to take mental notes from you, what you got to say, my brother. Adam Dukes, what's going on, my man?
How you doing, Dave?
I couldn't be better, man. I could, because of the times, but
Yes.
Personally, I'm feeling good. I'm grateful today, and I'm excited to hear what you have to say. So, where are you? I was going to ask you off camera, but I'll ask you on. Where are you? Where are you from? Where do you live, my man?
So I'm out in Vegas. After 25 years of gray skies and snow in April, I left Michigan for the bright lights of Sin City back in 2006.
Okay. Wow. That's really interesting. I was just saying to my wife last night that we took a vacation out there last year for my birthday, over the week of my birthday, and had an absolute blast. And I said to her, gosh, I miss going to Vegas. So hopefully we can get out there pretty soon when this stuff is all over, and come and visit you out there, because it's quite an interesting, it's even a more interesting city for my wife and I, because we don't drink and we don't gamble. So
okay.
Right, so we're not locked into that. You know what I mean? Like, we go to shows and we go have dinner and stuff like that. So what have you done out in Vegas before you got online?
My degree is in construction management, actually. So I moved out here in 2006 at 25. I think it took 3 days to find a job, because in 2006 the construction industry, was booming at that time. So I got a job right away, and then in 2009. I was working at a place called City Center, a big casino on the Strip, and then we all knew we were getting laid off at the end as soon as the project opened. And I got laid off at the end of 2009, and then beginning of 2010, I had saved money because we all knew we were getting laid off, and I said, I was kind of burned out with construction, and I was on Amazon in February. I told myself I was working like a dog. I was working 20 hours a day, and I was salary, so it was equating to about $3.17 an hour. And I just didn't want to do construction anymore. So I said, I want to do something else. So I had some money saved up. I was collecting unemployment at the time, and I was on Amazon looking for a book on motivation in February of 2010, and I found a book. And I just scrolled down to the reviews, and it was about entrepreneurship. And I was like, no, that's not really what I want. And as I was going to hit back, I was scrolling back up the page, and there was a video of the author. And I thought, let me check out this video. And it was a video of Gary Vaynerchuk, and it was on his book, the Crush It book. And I watched that video, and since then, 10 years ago, I was hooked on Gary V and his message and all that, just that wild, brash, East Coast guy, not used to that on the stage, and so I bought the book, and then I bought Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Workweek book, and then I was introduced to the Warrior Forum, and basically Gary Vee and Tim Ferriss were my gateway drug into the whole internet marketing world.
I love that term, gateway drug into the. I wonder who you guys' gateway drug is. That's so interesting. Mine was some guys back when I was doing network marketing back in 2008 or 2009. I was trying to build a network marketing company, and I came online and saw these guys talking about building their MLMs online. And I'm like, what? There's a guy named Cedric Harris and a guy named Jim Chow, who's not online anymore, and several other people. It's kind of fascinating. You took me back there to think about who my gateway drug was. So you've been online for a little while. What did you do before Legendary, and what attracted you to Legendary?
Yeah, so in 2010, Warrior Forum kind of introduced me to the whole world of internet marketing, and got into, at the time it was called offline marketing, offering basically internet services, web design, SEO, things like that to just local businesses. And I got started cold calling. I cold called 5,000 businesses. I did it with Bluetooth and a tracking software, Callfire, a dialer. And I would do 300 to 400 calls a day. I've never cold called in my life. I would take a shot of whiskey or 4 shots of whiskey beforehand. It was the only way I could do it. And I sold 2 websites, and they were $300 a piece. And I realized I got to do something else because I'm horrendous at cold calling. Looking back at it, though, it was, I developed thick skin because of that, cold calling, it'll do it to you, And so I figured out like cold emailing, I had to figure out a different way. And so I did that probably for 5 years. It was up and down, client work is tough. You got many bosses, and I wasn't a sales guy. I'm still not really a sales guy. And I was horrible at setting boundaries. So if they called me at 7:30 on a Tuesday night, next thing you know, it was Wednesday. They were calling me at 9:00 at night, or Saturday morning at 7:30. And at the time, I was blaming them. Oh, they're taking advantage of me, And of course, looking back, it's like, well, I didn't set the proper boundaries. That was on me. That wasn't their fault, And it's the give and take a mile type thing, And that just burned me out, And since I wasn't good at sales, I thought I had to accommodate them 24/7. Because I didn't want to lose a client, got into the e-commerce world, Shopify, a little bit of Amazon in 2015. Before Shopify was big, it was kind of on the come up. Did really, really well with that, selling women's jewelry. After about 14 months, I kind of tell people that the money high wore off. All the money, I paid off debt. I took my dad to the Masters golf tournament in 2016. So that was all cool. And then I hit a wall in August of 2016. I had no desire to sell earrings to some lady named Helen in Iowa. That wasn't why the big man put me on the planet, So I just shut the store down. I probably could have sold it for a lot of money, but I hit a wall that I couldn't do it anymore, And some people, they can do it without being passionate about it. That's just not for me, And so I got into YouTube in 2018 more consistently, kind of dabbled with affiliate marketing, selling my own products. And then, of course, I saw a couple of the YouTubers doing Legendary Marketer, started looking into you guys, took the 15-day business builder challenge. I was actually thinking about putting out a course kind of similar to it. And then I was like, gosh, I can't compete with Dave's studio, with the production value, the content for $7, and I was like, hell, and I might as well just be an affiliate for this, So I took it, went through it, and even teaching like an old dog new tricks, in the ebook. I like how you talked about Airbnb, just that thinking, that Airbnb, and then Uber, I think, the product and all that. And I was just kind of like, that's an interesting way to look at it. I never thought of it like that. It's kind of funny. Some of the stuff that we do can seem confusing, but when you relate it to real world or everyday stuff outside the industry, you can have those light bulb moments, And even for me, 10 years, I kind of had that light bulb moment type thing, and I was like, this guy's onto something, So got into it. Then obviously I saw all the success stories of other people. I got a lot of value even in being in the industry for 10 years. So I was like, heck, someone just getting started is going to get an immense amount of value. So that was kind of how I got started.
That's great. No, that's what he was referring to with the Airbnb and Uber example was that, we've seen an uprising in companies who don't want to particularly own any of the actual product or service the product or manufacture the product or create the product, have anything really to do with the product, but more want to serve as marketing arms, marketing machines. And if you look at Uber, I mean, their app is essentially a marketing arm because it's so easy to use. You can obviously see they do phenomenal marketing. If you saw any of their commercials, even through this pandemic, they put out some great ads just thanking people for not riding with them, which, I mean, these guys understand marketing. They understand goodwill in the marketplace. They're valued at some obscene number. Airbnb is the same way. We saw in earlier models of this sort of middleman with the email service that you sign up and get deals. What is it? Groupon.
Yeah.
So we saw a similar model. So a lot of you guys may eventually want to build your own courses and do coaching programs and stuff like that. That's fine. Even become service-based businesses like what Adam is doing. I mentioned this yesterday on the show that these skills, or maybe it was last week, these skills can give you the ability to be able to go out and run ads for people and do SEO services for people. I mean, when you acquire these skills, you can monetize them in many different ways. You can turn around and teach people in courses or just host live webinars and charge for them, right? It's not always a course that you need to build, but what a lot of times we find is that affiliate marketing really is, and I'm still an affiliate even though we've built Legendary. I've done this for 10 years. I understand how to build affiliate platforms and stuff. I had a previous company that was very large, but what ends up happening with me, Adam, is I get involved in other affiliate marketing opportunities, and then just realize that they want to control me. They want it right, and I end up always creating the affiliate marketing company and the coaching company that I would like to promote.
Yep.
So I do that, then I turn around and I promote our own products. So that's sort of how. Otherwise, I would just be an affiliate.
Yes.
Straight up. I would just be an affiliate, dude.
Yep.
If anything ever happens, like for whatever reason, I can no longer run a company or organize people and lead people, I will just be an affiliate. That's what I'll do.
Yep.
Straight up.
Yep. Yep.
And make $100,000 a year, make $250,000 a year, whatever it is.
Yep.
It's a great life. It's a great life. I don't have to own anything, manage anything, anything like that. So you got into Legendary, really planted your flag in affiliate marketing. You were building YouTube. I want to get into TikTok a little bit too. So continue on with the story, and then also tie it into how you've begun to grow TikTok, because of course we're doing a challenge this week.
Yeah, so that was a big So I've been doing I've been on YouTube a long time, but I wasn't consistent with it until 2018. And I finally started July 1st of last year. I committed myself to 2 videos a week. And Thomas Garrett, who's in Legendary, him and I kind of had similar channels, kind of. I mean, I started before him, but all of a sudden he had this hockey stick-like growth, and that's what we all want, you know. I'm like, what the heck is he doing, you know? So I reached out to him on Facebook. I was like, what's your secret sauce, man? Your YouTube channel has went just... And he said TikTok. And I thought, no way, man. I'm not doing that. I'm 38 years old. I'm not. That's for teenagers to twerk to the new Drake song. I'm not interested in that. And then the challenge was coming out, I think in the beginning of May, the TikTok challenge, you know. So Thomas telling me that, I really wanted to grow my YouTube channel. That was my number one objective with TikTok. So I downloaded the app for a second time, checked it out. Took probably a week or so to post my first video. The challenge really helped me, though, that first initial challenge. And then once I got that first couple videos, let's say, I was like, okay, I see. But it wasn't just a good way to grow a YouTube channel. It is just such an awesome way to drive a ton of organic traffic to a landing page, a sales page, an Amazon listing, a Shopify store. I mean, wherever you want, you know, it's almost like paid traffic in a sense. It's so fast, you know, because it's just such a hot opportunity. So
speaking of drugs, it's like a high-powered marketing drug.
Exactly. It absolutely is. And that's, I've never seen anything like it in the 10 years, that organic reach, you know, and that the ability to drive that much traffic for free, as long as you're putting out the videos, it was really powerful. So it was Thomas kind of pushing me or saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, model success. And then you doing the challenge a couple months back, you know, I thought, okay, I like the idea of a challenge. So if you're new to TikTok, absolutely do the challenge that Dave's laying out here this week. That's what catapulted me. And yeah, so I think I posted my first videos April 21st. So it's just been over 3 months. It just crossed over like 40,000 followers. I've had a few videos that did really well, that went viral, nothing to do with dancing. They were all business related. But it's a great platform. I've been blown away with it. The creativity, some of the people the funniness of it, of some of the people, you know, you can waste a lot of time. But so I try to put out 2 TikToks a day. That's my goal. I have my link obviously in my bio, and then I have to do 2 TikToks a day. And actually this week I'm ramping it up to try to do 4 a day, because I want to capitalize on it. If they shut it down tomorrow, like they're talking about, I don't think so, you know. But if it were to happen, I want to squeeze as much juice out as I can.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be the end of our democracy.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's insanity. But we live in an insane world. But you know, you gotta capitalize on things while they're there. And I've told people this before. Don't worry about a single thing, because internet marketing traffic just moves around. It never disappears. Yeah. It just moves around. And even if, you know, TikTok, I'm 99.9% sure we'll have no issues, and there'll be something else that pops up in the next 12 months that will have similar power. There's other things out there that we're not even tapping into that have similar power. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's Reddit, there's Pinterest, there's things that just people are there's LinkedIn, there's things that are not as hot of a, you know, or is not as easy as getting on TikTok and posting videos, that people are putting in a little bit more work to figure out. And they're absolutely crushing it. It's like a little, and you know, it becomes like a little honey hole for a fisherman that he's not going out and talking about. But that's where we as marketers, as free thinkers, as critical thinkers, have to get involved in a challenge like TikTok, begin to get results, begin to get comfortable, begin to build our confidence, and then we feel more comfortable spreading our wings. Yes. Right? Part of this challenge and why we do these things is to get you old rusty robots, get some WD-40 in those joints, and be willing to go out and fall out of the nest, crack your head once or twice, and say, you know, that wasn't bad. Let me start flapping. Even if I knock my head off, let me start flapping these wings, right? And then I can go fly. So let's break down your TikTok strategy a little bit. Are you driving traffic right from TikTok and giving them a call to action in your bio, or are you driving them over to YouTube to help build your YouTube channel?
Yeah, so I have the link in the bio. Some of my videos will be, I don't do like call to actions on every video. I'm trying to get better with it. Some of them will be teaser video, TikTok videos to tease to the YouTube video. Hey, here's a quick 60-second overview. If you want the full thing, go over to YouTube, Occasionally I'll post the link, my URL. I think the big thing is, I see a lot of marketers don't do it, is having a custom URL, an easy to remember one, a vanity URL instead of the bit.ly. I think that's so important. It's just easy to remember, easy to spell. I have a lot of people, I've talked to several people at TikTok on the phone, and mine's pissoffboss.com. It was one I bought years ago, and I had nowhere to use it. So I thought, oh, this is perfect. I'll get on the phone with people, and they're like, oh, you're the off boss, piss boss. They don't remember exactly. But
Piss on boss.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, but it's just easy to remember. Easy, and it's kind of branding in a sense too. Like these people are kind of remembering it. So I think that's a big advantage of. So, and I recently went down to just having one kind of entry point into my ecosystem, keeping it simple. I used to have 4 or 5 landing pages, different email sequences, and it was a mess. So now I've got just kind of one entry point. I just want them I want that email address. That's what I want. And then I can do what I want with them. So, so that's my entry point. And then I have the same URL. I have tracking links all over, but I have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Not that I'm active on all of them.
Right.
They all go to the same URL. And then I use ClickMagick to track everything. So I can see my metrics with, TikTok obviously doing the best. YouTube's doing pretty good with conversion wise. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, don't give me too many results. It's TikTok mainly. Yeah.
So what he's talking about, I want to break this down so everybody understands what you just said, because you were speaking 10-year marketing speak, and there's some people that they went like an airplane. They went, whoa, that just flew right over my head. So he's just basically talking about going out and buying davidsharpe.com or adamdukes.com. He bought pissoffboss.com. And that's that is basically the URL that shoots directly to his bridge page funnel. And there's an opt-in page. I would assume there's a landing page, a thank you page that has a video of you saying, hey, this is Adam. Thanks for opting in. Here's 2 minutes of my story, and this is my recommendation of how you can learn how to start making money online. Click the link below, and it probably goes over to one of our funnels. Is that right?
Exactly.
And then and now you've got them on the email list, and you probably either have a set of autoresponder messages that go out and introduce them to more of the same or different offers. And plus, you can broadcast those people and invite them to come over and join your YouTube channel. You can invite them to come over and join a Facebook group, wherever you want to point them or push them from there. Does that make sense to everybody in the comments? It's a strategy that I recommend to everybody. And this is something that we encourage people to build your own personalized landing page, is because it's unique to you. Nobody's ever seen it before. It's got your name on it. And make it as curiosity and what we call blind as possible. Don't give away the farm on the landing page. Don't let people come to the landing page and prejudge it. I see people with these landing pages that have pages and scrolls and pages of different information. That when somebody can come to something and prejudge it, then they're going to most likely prejudge it and say, this is not what I'm looking for. But less information creates more curiosity. So I would assume, Adam, on your landing page, can we even pull it up? Director Matt back there, can we pull up pissoffboss.com?
It's pretty much what the legendary landing page.
Oh, it is?
For anyone it's instead of for anyone that wants to start an online business, it's for any dads who want to start an online business, just because that's my target market. But other than that, the copy's right out of Legendary.
Okay, so that's fine, because that's minimal copy on the landing page. Exactly. It's minimal copy. It's curiosity based. And this is just a little extra tip for those of you who are building landing pages. You want minimal copy, curiosity based. You're either giving something away for free, or the headline is so curiosity based that they just curiosity killed the cat. They have to enter their email to see what it is that you're promising on that next page. So here we're pulling it up right now. Boom, there it is. Very minimalistic, right? Very minimalistic. So awesome, wonderful, great to be able to see that. So what kind of results are we talking about from your TikTok? Has this been the thing that has put the biggest spike in your traffic and earnings and so forth over the last in 2020?
Yes. So I'm real nerdy with. So I have spreadsheets. I'm a big believer in you can't
give us some data. I love it. Tell us what you got.
Yeah, I always say you can't improve what you don't measure. It's a quote from Peter Drucker. I kind of butchered it a bit, but it's the principle. You got to track it. So I just have a spreadsheet where I track landing page visits, leads, landing page conversion rate, sales, and then sales conversion rate. And then I have it from May, June, and July. And I'm just trying to increase every month each of those numbers. Not huge, not doubling, 10%, 5%, 3%. Trying to go up in every
half a percent. I think people don't realize that. So you know, I saw somebody post into one of our groups, you know, I got 5 email addresses. I didn't get a sale yet. It's like, look, this is, you just took your first half a breath. I mean, you're not even born yet.
Yes.
So would you mind giving us, can you synthesize, can you encapsulate, can you summarize some of your data and what you're tracking and just so we can take a nugget away from sort of how you're doing that and how you're determining what to look at and if you're doing well and all this kind of stuff. Can you just help to give us a takeaway from how you track your business?
Right. Yep. Yeah. So in May, I 4.9% of leads to sales. Sales meaning Legendary, the 15-day business blueprint. June, I was 8.9% leads to sales. And that's going to happen. You know, you build up your email list and I might have generated them in May, but they might buy in June or this month or in October, you know, and that's the value of building up the email list. This month, I'm actually down a bit. I'm at 6.8% leads to sales. I'm converting 27.9% my landing page. Last month was like 26.8, so it's up about a percent. The sales percentage is down a bit this month. You know, I'm testing different things. Obviously, what I was doing in June was working better than July. But yeah, so I'm aiming for about a 8 to 9% leads to conversion. So yeah, if you get 5 leads, that's not enough. Shoot for 100, and then you should have a couple sales within 100. You know, 20 is not enough. You know, but about 100, you'll probably get a better idea. 2 sales, 3 sales, and then you go back and look at the data. Okay, what worked, what didn't? You know, I can kind of look at my stats and, you know, by each day if I wanted to and see, okay, what did I do on TikTok? Oh, I published 3 videos every day for 5 days. No wonder I was getting so many leads during that week. You know, oh, I took a couple days off of TikTok and the leads slowed down, you know, and the sales slowed down as well. But then I have the data. There's no emotional decisions like, hey, this isn't working. I just look at my spreadsheet and know, okay, this is working. And then I got, so I get really nerdy with it. So each landing page visit on average is $1.30. So I know I can go to Facebook or YouTube or Snapchat or LinkedIn, and I can't spend more than $1.30 per click, earnings per click, basically, you know.
Wow.
And so that's
amazing.
And I can do the paid traffic now that I have my numbers. I
want you guys to hear that every time somebody clicks on one of Adam's links, it's worth $1.30 to him. Mm-hmm. That's pretty powerful. I mean, that's pretty powerful.
Even better, it's 13 cents. Every profile visit I get on TikTok is 13 cents. So I know if I want to earn more money, I need to get more profile views. More profile views is going to lead to more leads. More leads is going to lead to more sales. How do I get more profile views? Put out more TikTok videos. You know, that's the simple formula, really. I should probably put out 10 a day. You know, if I want.
Yeah, I think that we have this. I talked about this last week somewhere, that we have this like we have this issue with thinking that we're bombarding people with too many emails or too much content, and that's never the case, because it's particularly in your niche, and I'm beginning to believe that this is true across all niches. I've signed up for Biden and Trump's campaign emails and text messages and stuff like that, and I mean the amount of emails and texts that I'm getting is just insanity. And similarly with other niches like the financial niche, where they're selling stock newsletters and so forth like that. These are extremely successful direct response marketing industries. I actually bought a product, a Tripwire, introductory product for $47 from a company called the Oxford Club, and they did something really clever, Adam. They said you're now getting a bonus subscription to these two other newsletters.
Okay.
So they split me off, and now all of a sudden I'm getting 2 emails a day from the Oxford Club. I'm also getting 2 emails a day from XYZ newsletter and XYZ number 2 letter over here. So I'm now getting, because they gave me this bonus subscription, it'd be like if they signed up for Legendary Marketer and we said, hey, you're also getting this bonus subscription to Legendary Investor and Legendary Entrepreneur. And we started sending people 6 emails a day, because they know that, people want offers. People want content. They're going to be on the phone. They're going to be on TikTok. They're going to be in their email inbox anyways. So why not my content rather than somebody else's? Why not my offer rather than somebody else's? Do you agree with that, and do you struggle with that thinking of, am I bombarding people with too much stuff?
I used to think that way. I just did a TikTok the other day that went viral, like 200,000 views, and it was about this, somewhat similar to this topic. I outlined in my whiteboard video. I email 7 days. They get an email every day for 7 days. People lost their absolute mind going, spammer, you're bad. And I would guesstimate 98% of these people have never run an online business. They're just judging it from the consumer standpoint, having that mindset of spammer. But hey, if Oxford Club or Agora does it, they're doing it for a reason. So no, I used to think like that. So emailing daily, especially getting in, and I told the people in the TikTok, that's done by design. I want to weed out the people, the big email.
Exactly.
There it is right there. I want to weed out the people that don't want to be it. If they unsubscribe, that's fine, So it's kind of just introducing them. They're going to get peppered with a lot of emails. If they don't want it, get off the email list, But I know the people at the end, they're going to be the committed ones, and they're going to be the people that they'll buy other things.
Well, I think also a lot of you guys need to just realize that the majority of people on your email list are not going to buy. That's okay. You want to polarize your list. You want to get people off your list who are not going to buy. It's going to save you money on having, every time you send out an email, depending on how big your list is, you get charged. Yes. So you also want to understand that the more people hate you, the more the other side of people love you. I mean, look at that with the Trump with the Trump presidency. I mean, he's either going to win or lose based on how many people love and hate him. So, if you can objectively look at these things, then you can learn a lot from them. And we really, really a lot of these marketing blueprints are laid out for us. So what sort of advice would you give people, man, throughout this challenge who are doing it? What would you say to somebody? What would you say to your best friend if he was doing this and you really wanted him to succeed, and he was feeling, how you felt or how I felt or anybody else when they first started, a little bit sort of anxious or just all of the feelings that so many of us feel, apprehension, my message doesn't matter, like all these things. Just what advice would you give somebody just starting out on this challenge and on this journey?
Yeah, get over your fear of judgment. I think that's holds so many people back. It's so many people on TikTok, especially the ones that are the comments. I'd say 90% of the people that click, they don't put out any videos. I think a lot of people are on TikTok just to consume. One, because it's easier, they're lazier. Two, because they're the fear of judgment. I even had a hard time just in April, just a couple of months ago. I had a hard time posting my first video. It took probably about a week and a half to finally do it. And the only reason I did it was I said I'm going to do 100 videos in the next 30 days, and I just wanted that accountability. And I didn't hit that goal, but it got me started. But the challenge certainly helped me. So. Who cares what people think? That's the biggest thing that holds people back is they're worried about what their friends and family are going to think, especially on TikTok. And it's ironic because a lot of the TikTokers, I've seen some TikTok videos where they're like, I can be myself on TikTok because nobody in real life knows I'm on here, which is kind of a sad thing to think, they're kind of hiding in a sense, I've had several people in real life reach out to me. They're like, hey, I found you on TikTok. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were on TikTok. Not that I do anything like that or anything like that, but it's kind of interesting that people have called me out and found me like, oh, I didn't know you were on TikTok, but yeah, just get started. Put out the videos. Get over the fear of failure. Put out one. Save it in the drafts. Don't put it public yet. Just get used to doing it. And it's like a snowball. Once you do those first one or two or three, that's the hardest part. Then it's easy. Then just coming up with content ideas. And what I like to do is just look at other people in my industry, and I say, oh, I do that same thing, but with a little tweak, a little twist. And so I'll do a video and just add that little twist or little tweak into it.
Man, I can't remember who it was, but they were like, I'd drink a beer or take a kind of like you with the shot of whiskey before the cold calling. It's like I actually think it might have been Nathan Lucas. He used to said that when he first started doing YouTube, he'd take a shot of whiskey and just say F it. You know what I mean?
Yep. There you go.
I wish we lived in a society, man, that we felt awkward if we weren't creating and you know what I mean? But it's what I think is sad is that we live in a society to where we feel awkward and uncomfortable if we're pursuing our goals and dreams and trying to make our lives better. That's what I think is really sad. And I think that even today, I struggle with, feeling proud of achievements and awards because I don't want to separate myself from friends and family. I've gotten over after these 10 years, the idea that I'm somehow arrogant or evil because I want to be successful. I think I've gotten over that for the most part, but now it's I don't want to separate myself. I've sort of evolved my resentment or my fear into compassion, and I don't want to separate myself from my friends and my family who are not entrepreneurs and who are not as blessed with talent or as drive as I am, because all of us, we're blessed with a particular drive and a particular talent and it really, the way that the thing that's really helped me is to transform that sort of fear of judgment into a compassion for people who are not as driven, who have given up on their dreams. I almost feel a certain sadness for them. And that really has helped me. Not a sadness oh, you poor little pitiful person, just a sadness that they are locked in and paralyzed in fear or judgment, or have never, there's people who are in their silver years who have never taken a risk, who have always played it safe, who have never spoken out about something that they believe or done something that they're passionate about because of just wanting to stay in that box, Adam. And I think that that's one of the powers of Legendary, is that we get to have these conversations and let each other know that, hey, this can be the new norm. You don't have to stay locked in a box or paralyzed in fear or anxiety. That, it's just fascinating. I'm blessed to be on a journey with dudes like you, man, and all the people who are watching. So I just appreciate you for being attracted to Legendary and being willing to come on and contribute. And I'd like to ask you, I think it's too much at this point. We've gone far enough, but I'd love for you to come back and to do a training on tracking as an affiliate. I think that would be really valuable.
Okay. Absolutely. It's really big. Okay, absolutely. It's not the sexy part of it. It's kind of
exactly, but it's so important.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people probably were interested in that, like I was. Like, what can I use? Are you using a separate outside tracking software? Are you using the tracking platform in Legendary or whatever affiliate product you're promoting? Just for my curiosity, how are you tracking things?
So I use ClickMagic to track the links, and then I have spreadsheets where I track. It's manually tracking, but it's you do it daily or every couple of days. You start to see trends. Hey, Saturday I'm getting a lot more leads. Maybe I double up on my videos on Saturdays, or whatever.
Right.
I'm not getting as many leads. Maybe I make more videos on Tuesdays, So you start to spot trends when you track it daily. One thing on the fear of judgment is, and it's helped me, is I look at it as you have a story to share. You've overcame some hard time, obstacle, challenge, problem that someone else is facing. And how I look at it is you're being selfish by not sharing that with others because you could help someone. You have no idea who. It might be one person. That's fine. But you're being selfish by not putting out that TikTok video, that blog post, that podcast episode, that YouTube video. And that's the mentality that I've kind of adopted over the last year or so, is the content's not for me. It's for Joe in Atlanta, Georgia, that might need to see the message that I'm giving him, or Billy in Phoenix, Arizona, or whoever it is. So that's how I look at it: is you're being selfish by not sharing your story.
Powerful place to leave it right there, my brother. Thanks for that and for being you. And I love your daily method of operation. I want to learn more about it and dig into it. And I think you can help a lot of people with the way that you think. You're an analytical brain. I'm not so much. So like Matt, our CMO, he's a more analytiul guy than I am. And so helping each other in that respect of, hey, here's how to put more emphasis on data than emotion. Let's use emotion to spread our message and be passionate and channel emotions into productivity. But when it comes down to, should I stop? Should I go? Should I adjust? Is this working? Let's let the data make those decisions for us instead of our emotions. Because let me tell you, Adam, I'm always going to talk. I mean, I still have a tendency to fall into that, it's not working, or catastrophic thinking. I just like to share that reality with people because I think it's more powerful than to talk at people and try to pretend like I'm some super motivational guru who doesn't still struggle with those things. And I would assume that's why data helps you as well.
Exactly. Absolutely. It's not, I mean, it helps, but there's still doubt, or but I got to remember, go back to the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I got numbers. I got 3 months worth of numbers now, and it's pretty consistent. There'll be a little up, but overall, a 3 month span, I got data that I know, and I can use it, leverage it to my advantage.
Yeah. Well, dude, great combo this morning, guys. Go follow him at Adam Dukes. It's right on your screen right there on TikTok. If you're not participating in this challenge, you're missing out this week. So get involved, build your network, build your platform, build your audience, build your business, build your future. Adam, thanks for coming on, brother.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate you guys.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys. So look out. We're a couple of minutes late in posting today's TikTok update, but go into the Legendary Marketer Facebook group and check out today's day 2 assignment for that TikTok challenge. Show Adam some love down below. Dude came on and dropped some major nuggets, value, insight into telling your story, into tracking your business, your leads, your hits, your sales. And I'm going to have him back, and if he's willing to come back and train us more on how he tracks his leads, his sales, and his business from an affiliate perspective. With that being said, tune in tomorrow. Got another rock star who's coming on tomorrow on Wake Up Legendary. We'll see you then, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Peace.